Ukraine has this very fraught history. There was a famine in the 20s that killed many people in the Soviet Union, not just Ukraine. And they've made up this word Holodomor, and it was a deliberate genocide of the Ukrainian people. It was a famine, and it may have been caused by political decisions that were made. But so there was a lot of resentment amongst some segments of the Ukrainian population against the Soviet Union. So when Hitler's troops invaded Ukraine, part of the country welcomed them. And Stepan Bandera was the biggest collaborator with the Germans, and so there are many Ukrainians who still support. They support anybody who was anti-Soviet, and even though there's no more Soviet Union, anti-Russian. And so there's very strong Nazi elements. There's a sign of football, the soccer for us, football match,
Yeah.
and there's Ukrainians. They have this sign, "Free Derek Chauvin." What does that have to do with Ukraine? It tells you this is a white
Yeah.
supremacist neo-Nazi country. There's a
Yep.
video of people. They have a sign that says "White Lives Matter" in Ukraine.
Yep.
What does Ukraine's all white? What are they talking about? But this is a white supremacist state. It's a neo-Nazi state. White supremacists from all over the world went there to help them to try to defeat Russia in this war. So that's what you need to know about Ukraine. And these white supremacist people have been put to the front of the immigration line. If a Ukrainian shows up at the border, they were flying to Mexico, renting a car, driving to Texas, and they get into the US, they get asylum, while Haitians and others are automatically deported without ever being able to have their asylum requests heard. So all that I could go on, but all that to
Yeah.
say, it is a good thing that most people don't want this. But despite the fact that most people don't want this, nobody in the major parties will say a word against what has been going on.